Speaking of the US, now China's accused the United States of bullying when it comes to this proposed TikTok ban and threatened repercussions, essentially, which we know that's how the Chinese Communist Party operates. What do you think Australia should be doing in this space? I see that the Albanese government, he said, no, we're not going to follow suit here, and the Chinese government praised him and praised Australia for that. What's the Liberal and coalition position?
Yeah, we've got to be looking at this very carefully. There are real concerns about what happens to TikTok data. We've got a lot of kids, obviously, on TikTok, and the question is, where does that data go? Is it safe? And what is done with it? And if the Prime Minister's comfortable with what's happening with that data, he should say so. If he's not comfortable, he should say so as well. And so we need to really watch this US situation very carefully, and the government needs to lean forward on this, make sure that Australians' interests are protected, and make sure that our data is safe. So the government, more for the government to do on this.
I don't use TikTok. I couldn't think of anything worse. But my only issue with this is the power of Meta and Facebook. If TikTok were to go, just the domination and the issues we've already got with them, with paying for news content, etc. I want to move on to something you guys announced yesterday. Peter Dutton came on my radio show yesterday morning and spoke about this. Tell me what exactly you want when it comes to kids filming crimes. Yeah,
well, look, we want to go much further on this and make it a criminal offence to post these videos online, because this is out of control.
Well, youth crime, we know, is out of control everywhere, and one of the biggest drivers of that is these kids trying to become heroes in front of their friends.
Yeah, totally. It's actually part of the incentive, believe it or not, to commit the crime. So they're posting these videos and it's like, look at me, aren't I cool? Look at this awful crime I committed. It's completely unacceptable. So what we want to do is make that a criminal offence of imprisonment of up to 2 years. And it's not just the person who's doing the crime, it also would include the person filming the crime. So if you're the mate who's off to the side cheering them on, you would also be caught by this. Really important. And also give the e-Safety Commissioner the power to take down these videos, which she doesn't actually have today. We need to do that because, like, whether you're in Newcastle or Perth or Melbourne or wherever, this is all over the place, this issue. And we've got the power under the Constitution for the Commonwealth to act on telecommunications offences. And we want to do that, and we want the government to support us. We're bringing this to Parliament next week. We want the government to back us on it.
Initially, I thought, well, what's the point if these kids aren't afraid of the consequences of the Criminal Act? Surely they're not going to be deterred by the videoing of it. But the crucial thing you say is that the person behind the camera, so they can't do it on their own.
That's right.
Can also come under these laws. And sometimes maybe these laws and the punishment for posting it and filming it could be more severe than the punishment for the crime available. And we know what happens when kids go before courts. Yep, go home, no worries, Johnny, see you next week.
Yeah, it's a really simple message to anyone, regardless of their age, who's thinking about posting these videos. Under a coalition government, don't do it because you might go to jail. It's a very important message.
What's happened to young people? I mean, I was never overly naughty, like I was, Dad would have killed me, but I was terrified of police and authorities. Like, I knew I could go to police if I needed help, but like, I would never do something, and most of my friends were the same. Kids these days seem to have no fear.
Yeah, and I think that social media is playing a really negative role, frankly.
Absolutely.
Because people want to be a celebrity online, and
not that great, let me tell you, kids.
And sometimes they think, I'll be a celebrity by committing crimes and boasting about it. I mean, some of these videos, people actually break into people's homes, film them while they're sleeping in the middle of a home invasion. It is just disgusting. And as I said, it doesn't matter where you are in the country. This is just completely unacceptable.
It's like 20 years ago, a criminal would be looking for cameras and trying to avoid any recording, any video, any evidence.
Yeah.
Now they're filming it themselves. It's going to be a complete contrast.
Yeah, because in social media, you can reach a worldwide audience from, anywhere. And, that can have some good elements, but it can have some really bad ones too. And this is one of the really bad ones.
Okay, I really like this policy, and thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Erin.
Thank you.